Hey everyone. Alright, so like I said in my poll video, I'm gonna show off once and really only once how to do Chronicle battles in Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. We are starting off at level 1. It starts off at difficulty 100, which tells me pretty much we might not actually go to 10 stages. But as you can see, pretty easy. The hardest thing might be the clear turn on turn 3. We'll see. And what's super important is we're getting a Moogle Charm out of this. So yeah, Moogle Charm, right? Pretty sweet. Psynix already has a Noctis up, which is very sweet. Is he geared too? Let's check out. Yeah, he is, but not for true dual wield, which is funny, but it's okay. So this is my Noctis. I leveled him up. I got him to EX +2. He's pretty strong, as you can see. He's using both Ultima Blades, not upgraded yet. Base and Brave Shift pretty much like for like. Brave Shift is already geared towards his stuff. I leveled up his, what's it called? Vision card, which is cool, but we're gonna see all of that later today. I believe the boss is a human. I haven't checked. I'm just assuming. So let's go. Oh, and let's download. And if you're serious about maximum damage and 2 upgraded Crown Prince Noctis weapons, this is going to set you back a few hours. What you want to do is use Bone Crusher Helm Splitter, which is a free turn. What's it called? A break to all of it. And since we are on the easy stages, if you're using a dupe Noctis, you can just LB. I didn't level my LB, but this is going to be more than enough, as you can see. So the boss is definitely tankier than he was on the JP server. And we're getting both types of medals, which I think is kind of bad, but well, that's what it is. And that's what we're gonna do for a lot of time. So we got all the missions. We got the Moogle Charm. Get this Moogle Charm. It's not really that hard. And as you can see, oh, the bonus also applies to the Ifrit Chronicle medal, which is very good. On the JP server, it didn't. You probably, hopefully saw my video on Chronicle battles, and it didn't. So us getting Chronicle medals from bonus units is super, super good and important. This is going to ease up the burden to farm this a lot. So we're getting Aranea's Helm, which is also a good one. So let's keep doing another free turn mission. And let me check the filter for Final Fantasy 15 units. Let's take off this filter and enable 15 only. Nyx, Crown Prince, and that should be it. So let's pick the next one. It doesn't really matter. And let's do this all over again. So this whole challenge becomes harder. Oh, I used the wrong Noctis, by the way. I used the unleveled Noctis for my previous LB. That explains a lot, to be honest. Let's use Bone Crusher. Let's have War Preparations 3 and go by Bolting Strike, which isn't that good, but oh well. Let's have Lunar Freya. Boost Spirit Attack, etc, etc. And Light of Purity, which is just less of a buff. So let's have this Nyx go, and I luckily still have my Diablo's chain score thingy, you saw that probably. So let's use that one. Yeah, I mean the chain is all over the place, isn't it? But it's fine. It's highly likely that my EX +2 Noctis is going to carry this thing throughout the whole thing. Okay, so that was stage number 2. Technically, this should go up to stage 10. I'm gonna do it until we're done pretty much. So this is all this video is about. It's just going to show you what you can expect in terms of difficulty, etc. So level 3, slowly ramping up. Still, oh, and over here you can see we already got the +1 Ultima Blade, which is what we want, which is what we need. And yeah, it's kind of sad to see that there isn't that many friend units up yet, but that's to be expected. The server has been up for a little bit over an hour at this point. It's gonna take a while, as per usual. So let's have Nyx break the boss. Only spirit and defense can be broken, but that is fine. And let's go. As you can see, it's just my Noctis who deals all the damage at this point. These two Noctises, they are these two Noctises, Cobalt Black Noctis, the one with 6.5k HP, and the Crown Prince Noctis, they didn't have much for them. It's all my Noctis, and you can turn this around, have the friend unit be super strong, and it's going to work anyway. So let's keep on doing what we're doing. At this point we should have enough Brave Insignia to level up the abilities of our units. I'm not gonna care for the abilities of Noctis for the time being. I just want the weapon at max level. Okay, and this is pretty bad. Oh, there's one more Noctis. Alright, so let's just repeat. And as you can see, this friend Noctis, he has a little bit of stuff, but who cares? I mean, you probably have way better stuff than this one. So let's just go. Here comes my Noctis, and it's done. And it's, as you can see, it gets progressively harder. So for the next few ones, I should probably actually use a buff from Lunafreya to boost up damage. And what's also going to happen is that I'll have to probably use actual damaging skills from Noctis going forward from stage 7 onwards. But I'm coming prepared to this, so don't worry. We got 100 insignias. So yeah, it's a slog, and the more friend units you have that are good. Oh, it's going to stage 10. We're only at 2 right now, so. Oh, a cactuar. Oh, and by the way, as you can see, the missions changed. It's now 10, 5 of 3 turn clears as the boss gets harder with time. So we don't have a decent friend unit anymore. So I am going to pick, let me see. Yeah, I'm just gonna pick a Terra. And let's go. I personally prefer Terra always, to be quite honest. Okay, so Nyx first, this one first. Let's have that Terra use her Chaos Wave stuff. I know Chaos Wave is going to break for sure, but it's better than anything else. Let's go and blast this one away. So I can't English today. So still nothing too troublesome, right? Okay, more lapis, more insignia. Yep, looking good so far. Stage number 6, same thing, all over again. Arenea's Helm number 2. Are there any friend units? We got a refresh. Oh yeah, looks good, looks good. So we got another Nyx friend. Let's pick him then. The one at 100% bonus. And the more Neovision units you use, especially both Noctises, the better for your score. Which is what we're all looking for, isn't it? Okay, so let's use war preparations. This one is an amplification for self, so let's use Warp Loosened, let's use Nyx and Luna Freya's buffs, and let's go. And as you can see, now here comes the harder part where it starts to get tricky, but the boss isn't that dangerous at all. Doing this in 3 turns won't be an issue whatsoever. So let's shift gears on my Noctis and let's have Warp Light. This should easily shave off the remaining 2%. There we go. And since I didn't level my Noctis's limit burst, I will now start in Brave Shift for the upcoming challengers, because they're a little bit harder. Well, they're not harder, but the boss has just more HP, and an unleveled LB won't be enough for that anymore. And we're getting plenty insignia, as you can see. Okay. So, number 7 Ifrit, we're getting our +3 weapon. Let's use BSODs. Nyx, let's also... No, my Nyx has to stay in his base form to break the boss. And let's do it all over again, shall we? Okay. So, let's have... we could use the light amp. We should use the light amp. So this light amp, Return of Dawn, Warp Light, Friend Nyx, Shifts, Warp Preparations. I believe it was Chain Warp. Yep, Chain Warp, Warp Loosened. These two, they just do their thing. I do have slot 2-5. That's cool. So let's use slot 2-5. And let's use these two hand in hand, and this should technically kill the boss. Oh, it didn't. It's fine though. Because there's no death mission, we are going to be fine. So let's have Noctis, triple, return, Warp Light. Nyx is going to Warp Loosened. And this one is also using Warp Light. Okay. Oops, I attacked with Luna Freya. That wasn't intentional. There we go. So that was stage 7. Again, one decent equipped friend unit is all you need. And maybe one of yours should be well equipped as well. So we got a lot of bonus currency, as you can see, 4 times the amount, which is fine. And it's only going to get more. But let's check. Oh, the boss is a fairy type. Ah, okay. Interesting. Fairy. Let me just quickly check which Esper is good for fairy. I can never remember which Esper is good for fairy. I guess it should be Leviathan, right? Yes, 75%. So let's go for fairy killers instead. Not human, but fairy. There isn't that much, huh? That's 75%, perfect. Let's use battle intelligence. So we are at 300 fairy killer, perfect. Let's go. I might have overcapped even. Ah, who cares? Okay. Friend Nyx is sadly not EX +1, but it's fine. Wait, we need... Doesn't he have any... Nope, he does not. Oh well, it's okay. So let's have Luna Freya buff stuff. Where is it? Attack magic. And let's go. Okay. Oh, this one Noctis is missing. I was wondering what's wrong. Okay. So let's have my the good Noctis, Return of Dawn. Oh, I forgot his cooldown. Armoring, this, that. Okay, let's do this. And this probably is going to kill the boss, isn't it? Yeah, okay. That wasn't that hard. I should just pick the correct actions. And I will do a proper one for the 10th stage, which may be the hardest one for some, especially if you don't have the best units. But we'll get there in a moment. It's stage number 9 so far. Same thing, RNESM +3. Do we have a Final Fantasy 15 friend, maybe? This one I don't care about too much. Sadly, the answer is no. So let's pick this Noctis. And let's go again. So, stage 9 and 10, they are more challenging. So let's have Nyx break the boss. Let me just quickly check on this Noctis. So this Noctis is going to True King. Which one is the fairy one? That's Reapers. No, that's humans. Players was Reapers. Rogue. Fairy. This Dart. Warp Strike Plus. Okay, this one, Rogue, this, oops, that was one too many. Rogue, this, and Warp Strike. So let's have these two started off, and let's go. Oh, I was a little bit too soon. Okay, as you can see, we only dealt 30%, but we're gonna ramp up damage considerably on the next turns. Especially with my Noctis now doing a little bit more damage. Return, Warp, Strike. These two are gonna do that. And my Nyx is going to shift. And use Warp Loosened. Meanwhile, what can she do? Let's restore some MP, so I don't have to worry about that. Okay. Still a fairly decent 3-turn kill, that's what we want. Okay. There we go. So that was a little bit more. It was a little bit harder, but keep in mind, neither Nyx nor the almost 7k HP Noctis have any sort of equipment. The only equipment on this whole team is on my EX+2 Noctis. So keep in mind that it's only one unit dealing the true damage here. Okay, it's stage number 10, 400 difficulty. Don't get confused or scared by the difficulty level. It is not that hard. We're still dealing fairy type, etc, etc. Absorbs fire, so don't use fire stuff. And the rewards are pretty good, as you can see. 1000 medals for 3k insignias and the recipe for the good blade. Okay, so let's see. Can we get a Final Fantasy 15 friend? That'd be ideal, but I don't think we will. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Let's check Nemesis 1 and 2 real quick. I'm not gonna make any cuts. I want this to be as authentic and verbatim as it can be. So no friend units available, which is kind of sad. We want SR chains, so we're gonna use an SR chainer. And for the final stage, we are actually going to equip a little bit of stuff to Nyx. You do not want to use his STMR because it's fire, and the boss obviously absorbs fire, as you've just seen. So we're gonna use Thornberry's knife. He can't wear spears, sadly. We are also going to use Dark Ragnarok. We are using Venera's card. Let's also use... Where's that first? Let's use Glacial Battle Garb. A somewhat decent headpiece. Let's use Mask of Ashura. How much does he need? That is a weird value. So instead we're gonna Battle Intelligence on the one side. Let's use Guardian of Light Riku. Let's use one of the copies I should have somewhere around here from the ponchos. Oh no, ponchos don't do anything. I just forgot. I forgot the name. Hermes sandals, that is what I was looking for. So we are good in that regard. We need more Fairy Killer. So let's, I believe the Photon Core should be Fairy Killer. I am correct. Let's filter through this. Let's use Demonic Deconstruction. Let's use Spirit Slayer. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And we're gonna equip him with Carbuncle for an additional Fairy Killer. So 225, that should be enough with especially my base Neo Vision Noctis to blow this boss away. Okay, so let's have a Bone Crusher Helm Splitter. Let's have this Noctis use Warp Light. My Noctis is going to Arm Rigger, Return to Dawn, Warp Light. Cloud is also going to buff up Ignition Focused. And let's have Luna Freya do whatever. And let's go. As you can see, boss is pretty tanky, right? Okay. So let's triple, Return to Dawn, Warp Light. Oh, I forgot, I should have geared his... I should have geared his Brave Shift, not his base form. Oops. Oh well. Warp preparations, Warp loosened, Cloud is going to triple Brave Focus Thrust 3 times. Okay. Let's have Luna Freya heal a little bit. Yep. Light of Peace. Okay. Alright, so this is hopefully going to be a turn 3 kill, it should be. As long as he doesn't hit Cloud, perfect. Okay, so I made a mistake. I didn't chain properly, so let's do this all over again. Luna Freya. The FFBE here. Let's have Noctis, Return to Dawn, Warp Light. Warp Lucent. Focused, focused, focused. No, you're not gonna LB. Warp Light. Okay. Let's go. There we go. All of a sudden, when the chain doesn't break, it works, huh? But yeah, that is all 10 stages, the 10th being the hardest, obviously at 400 difficulty. But it's just more stats, so the boss isn't really that much more dangerous, especially if you have your units equipped, unlike I do. So, yeah. Ain't that hard after all, we got all the missions. And we probably might be able to upgrade one weapon to full. Let's see what we can do. Okay, we are back after having a few login issues. So let's try this again, shall we? So we got our level 1 weapon. We are still using that one. Yep. So let's try and enhance it. Yes. And now we go. Number 1 complete. Let's upgrade it once more. As you can see, we are already needing 500 Chronicle medals, which are the more rare ones. So let's upgrade. The +3 upgrade is already at 1k and 4k insignia, so that's expensive, isn't it? And the final upgrade is the most expensive one, 7.5k insignia and 2k Chronicle medals. So yeah, this is a tough pill to swallow. It is going to be very time intensive to farm all of this stuff, but it's worth it actually. So this is what I'm going to do going forward, but this should be a good showcase of what you can expect from Chronicle battles going forward. And the amount of time and currency you have to invest, it is always the same for the upcoming ones, so it's gonna take a while. I hope this helped. I hope you can do all of the 10 stages, because doing 10 stages is the best way to do this. And yeah, best of luck, hope this was helpful. See you tomorrow for the banner review. Bye bye. Just another add-in. This is pretty much at the end of this video, showing you level 10 Ifrit. I geared Nyx a little bit up. He has now the same gear in his Brave Shift, etc. As you've seen, I've upgraded the weapon to +3, so he's at 4.8k attack. And I also leveled up and geared the additional Noctis I had. I mean, I do have more than 700 max characters, so might as well use this. And this allows me to very easily kill this boss on turn 2, as long as I have a second SR chainer. So the non-EX'd Noctis is going to do his LB for the Sword in Peril. The Crown Prince Noctis one is just using fire resistance stuff. Cloud is using Ignition. Nyx is just going to War Preparations. Oh, he can't. He's Bone Crushering. And my Noctis is just going to jump. So my Noctis doesn't have any attack boost, but that's fine. We are going to kill the boss on turn 2 anyway. Okay, so you only really need one. Oops, that's the wrong one. Focus Thrust. You can do this without a friend unit too, it's just that you need... I'm actually just gonna do it like this, just to show this off that I don't even need to shift Nyx. So let's have these two do their thing. Wait for the chain. Drop Noctis, done. Noctis, no buffs whatsoever, just straight up jump, land, done. And this is how you do turn 2 clears of stage 10 of Chronicle battles.